Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Holistic Mystic Show. My name is Boston Summer, and I am here to help spiritual practitioners become clear channels for the work that they're meant to do in this world. If you're watching this live in the Ascension Vortex, drop a comment, let me know you're here, and share your thoughts as we go. Today, we are talking about something that has become so loud and clear in my recent um, market research. I don't know why I forgot the name of that word. And it is this element of the spiritual practitioner. Maybe you're a healer, maybe you are a spiritual life coach, energy worker, tarot reader, any kind of facilitator in the energetic or spiritual world. I'm talking to you. And this is someone who stays hidden. It's for anyone who has gifts, who knows they're meant to share them, but finds themselves frozen or playing small or standing, not speaking up, right? Or standing kind of in the background. Maybe you even refer people out. And this is for you. This is what we're going to be talking about today. So, my first question for you is, who here has been hiding a little lately? If you are watching this or listening to this on other platforms besides our Facebook group, go ahead and share in any kind of share space, maybe a comment on YouTube, or if you are on Apple or Spotify, feel free to join us in the Facebook group so that you can join the conversation. Maybe just not hiding behind your business or your offers. I mean, hiding your gifts, right? Your magic, the medicine that you know you're here to share. Like you have that within you. And maybe someone's coming up to you, talking to them about what's going on in their life, and you know you could help them, but you stay quiet, right? Maybe you have intuitive nudges or downloads. You have a healing certificates, maybe your energetic arts, or even just divine channeled wisdom that wants to come through you. But you tell people about a book instead, or a course online, right? When you know that you are the right fit for them. So maybe you're waiting for whatever, maybe you're waiting for the right certification, the perfect moment, or for this imposter syndrome to fizzle down, go away before you step forward. And here's the thing, it's never going to go away unless you decide to take action anyways. This, you know, this could be someone who has real reasons for wanting to stay quiet or stay in the background. Maybe you have a lot of work to do around nervous system regulation, feeling safe in the body, being safe to feel fully seen in your bigness. Our nervous system and can go haywire at the thought of being seen or being visible or doing things that we aren't fully comfortable doing yet. So we tell ourselves that we want to share our gifts, but deep down, our inner protectors tell us another thing. We have these inner protectors who come in and, just are trying to do the best that they can, but ultimately that puts us away from the scenarios that we want to have in our life rather than stepping forward into them. And so there's a couple patterns that I see happening, three specifically in practitioners who stay hidden. So let me know which one of these you relate to, share it in the chat. The first one is imposter syndrome. So you might doubt your gifts are real or valid. You might think, who am I to offer this, right? Someone's talking to you about what's going on in their life and you have a way to help them, but you stay quiet, right? You second guess every intuitive download that comes through. Maybe you believe some of them, but not all of them. Maybe you're like, just have a little bit, but you let it hold you back. So the core root, this often comes from either needing more hands-on practice with a mentor who can show you and witness and reflect back to your gifts, or it comes from a lifetime of having your intuition invalidated. So your voice has been suppressed, or you fear rejection. And it could, there's a lot of different reasons why this comes through. The second pattern is comparison. You look at other practitioners and you think, oh, they're doing it better. They're more legit. They have more, whatever, they have more following or training, or they have more of a rooted lineage than I have. And so you just kind of shrink a little bit inside and you stay in this same place that you always have been instead of growing, right? You become the person who connects others instead of being the source of that yourself. So the core root of this, you are saying what you think they want to hear rather than being rooted in who you are. Nervous system dysregulation. You are disconnected from your unapologetic self, and you're just constantly trying to match what you think others want to see. Pattern 3, fear of being seen. So I know if you're watching this, you have so much inside to give. You have wisdom, you have healing capacities, whether, modalities, you work with different tools, you have different gifts, you have your intuitive guidance, but the thought of being visible terrifies you to the point where you'd rather stay invisible than risk being wrong or judged or attacked or canceled for doing something that doesn't align with someone else's standards. So the core root of this is often spiritual wounding that comes from this lifetime or past lives. This is the fear of what being visible would poke at, right? Old wounds around persecution, rejection, or being too much, right? Or usually the really sensitive ones in the crowd that their emotions are too much. Oh, just calm down. Or just be quiet. You're being too emotional, or you're meant to shine, but something inside says it's not safe. The cost of hiding in your gifts and owning your medicine. And what I need you to understand is this: staying hidden is not humble. It's not protecting anyone. And it's actually casting you and the people you're meant to serve. Let me repeat that. Staying hidden is not an act of being humble. It's not helping or protecting anyone, not even yourself. And in fact, it's actually costing you and the people you're meant to work with, the people that your soul contracted on this lifetime to impact and love and serve. It's impacting them too. When you hide, you stay frustrated, you stay half expressed, and you're not living in your purpose. There are people out there who need your specific medicine and they're not getting it. They need you, not just any practitioner. Like I said, there are people in this life that are so contracted to work with you. And the longer that you stay hidden, the longer that they are going without your medicine. They need your hope that you bring. They need your wisdom on how to get out of whatever hole they're in. They need to learn and follow your steps from your testimony in order to get themselves and create a life that feels liberating and for them to feel fulfilled. And your story, your medicine, the way that you do things is going to be exactly right for them. When you hide, you also reinforce the story that you're not enough. You're not good enough. You don't know enough. Whatever, la, 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 over and over and over again. My mentor has told me repeatedly, Spirit has already prepared you for the role you're meant to step into. The work is done. It's finished. Only thing left is to step into that. And this is the part about spiritual community, that hiding sometimes looks like humility. It might look like, oh, I'm just not ready yet. But it's actually fear that you're letting run your life. What changes everything here is this. When we become the person who is dedicated, who's committed to their mission, we become and step into the person that we dream about. What do dedicated practitioners do when they're ready to stop hiding? They know that they're willing to show up. They want to do whatever it takes so they can liberate themselves and serve, share their medicine with the world and serve their soulmate clients. But what happens when it gets too overwhelming? This is the shift. The best thing that we can do for ourselves is to become radically self-aware. This is one of the first steps in my 5-step energy alchemy formula. And this is a piece that I've seen a lot in the community that gets bypassed, is this radical self-awareness. Pay attention to your heart. Pay attention to your thought processes. Pay attention to your body, your womb, or if you're a guy, your groin, your gut. Schedule regular self-check-ins throughout the day to get into this habit. When do you go quiet when you should speak? When do you send people away instead of offering your gifts? When does your nervous system go haywire at the thought of being visible, of being truly seen for who you are and your bigness and your sovereignty and your mightiness? The invitation is to dare to dig deeper and do the inner work here so that you can reparent these inner child parts that need you. You become the mother and the father for yourself that you always needed. And we don't have to be a victim to the way we grew up. We can't control what happened to us. We're not responsible for what happened to us, but we are responsible for what we do with what happened to us. When we start to share our voice unapologetically, be prepared for the past to come up. Whether it's in relationships or finances or even your health, right? You will come face to face with this part of you that hasn't been given enough love or attention. And most people subconsciously turn the other way or keep themselves busy by doing anything else, because this can be a very difficult thing to look at. However, there is always a part of us, ourselves in there in the background, and they're desperately trying to get our attention. So we got to learn how to listen to it, tend to that voice, become aware, sit with it, stay with it. What does this part need? What is this protector trying to keep me away from? What is the underlying fear? I had a plant medicine ceremony one time, and one of the biggest takeaways that I received from this beautiful medicine was um, what is lying beneath the anxiety? Like the anxiety is almost like a symptom or an outcome of whatever is like the core root lying underneath. And ever since that plant medicine ceremony, I think about my fear and my anxiety differently because I'm not perfect. Of course, I get anxious and I have fears and I can get overwhelmed. But when I really get honest with myself, it's usually a part that feels abandoned or scared. And so this is the work. When we tend to this inner state, we can start showing up externally in ways that we never thought possible. And you have to give yourself permission to do these bigger things, not only for yourself, but for that inner child, for that 7-year-old version of you. She deserves it, and so do you. She deserves it, and so do you. You don't have to wait until the fear is gone. You don't have to feel ready. You just need to be 1% more brave than scared. That's one of my mentor, Robin, is her saying. You just need to be 1% more brave than scared. And that has gotten me through so much. I couldn't come here and build this business and follow my mission day after day for the last 5 years when this is being recorded. Of course, I felt fear. I felt imposter syndrome. And in fact, one time I was so scared about making the leap and making this investment that was basically me choosing to go all in on my dream of my soul mission, that I needed to borrow my mentor's belief in myself because I wanted to believe it. The willingness was there, but she saw something in me and she held down the fort until I started to believe it myself. She walked me through the fire, made me look in the mirror and truly see myself. And that's why I think that mentorship is such a beautiful thing, because we can only go so far by ourselves. We're meant to be in community. We're meant to have a teacher. We're meant to be seen and witnessed and validated. And especially when it comes to this element around serving with our gifts, because there's so many nuances, right? The witch wound, we have even just the operating of capitalism versus tribal mentality. Like our needs used to get taken care of back in the day, but now we have to ask for money for our needs to be taken care of, and rejection, and then bring that also with, inner child wounds. There's just so much, and it can be daunting to go through it yourself. But when you learn how to have a mentor begin to show you how to discern the thoughts in your head and know which ones are real and which ones are your wounded parts that are just trying to keep you safe, but ultimately not taking you where your goals should be, without spiritually bypassing or somatically bypassing. That's also a thing. You are going to begin to see yourself change drastically in a way that you didn't think was possible. And I really want to help you dissolve these blocks that are holding you back, and so you can feel completely comfortable stepping out into your role as a clear channel, as a spiritual practitioner. And I say clear channel as if clear channel for the divine to move in and through you. for something beautiful and holy to come out in service for those you are meant to reach. This means trusting your gifts, your intuition, and your ability to hold space for the work Spirit has prepared you to do. I have more to share with you, but I have been working on creating a new container for practitioners around this topic. And this is for spiritual practitioners who are on the verge of their next big breakthrough and just need the mentorship, community, and energetic support to make it happen. I will be sharing with you a little bit more about what this comes through in the future, but we'll be working on you, your blocks, your nervous system, your relationship with these thoughts in your head, and your ability to trust what's coming in through you. When we combine this deep inner work with tangible proof and evidence that your gifts are real and strong, and you have that practice and that energetic hygiene of not only yourself but your space around you, being a clear channel becomes a way of life. And when you are this person that you dream of being, you can finally step forward and get over the imposter syndrome, get over, what was the other ones I said? Comparison and the fear of being seen. These are all things that I have had to personally overcome many times. It's, it's an onion, it's layers. And if I hadn't, I wouldn't have built this beautiful life. You wouldn't be listening to me. I wouldn't have served over 100 clients. I'm sure it's probably more, like way more than that now. I feel so grateful and honored that Spirit has chosen me to be the vessel for this work and for these gifts and the healing in the earth that's happening through me. And when you become a clear channel, that is what is available to you. So I trust that this served you. All you need to be is 1% more brave than scared. I love you and I believe in you. Thank you for being here. And until next time, go out there and share your life with the world. Namaste.